Imagine waking up in spring, nose tight from pollen, reaching for something simple in your cupboard, and finding a cup that calms your breathing and a rinse that brings back shine to your hair. That's why Nettle matters tonight. Stay with me. I'll walk you through a Nettle infusion and a cooled hair rinse you can make tonight.
The research shows Nettle has a history of traditional use and a nutrient profile that makes it interesting as a food-first support. I'll add brief evidence-based clarifications as we go. Nothing to worry about, just practical context.
Right. First, a quick everyday picture. Nettle is a green, ferny plant you might recognize by its tiny stinging hairs when it's fresh. We usually use the dried leaves. They lose the sting when dried or cooked. You'll find nettle as loose leaf tea, tea bags, powdered extracts, and sometimes tinctures.
Quick safety note. Drying or cooking neutralizes those hairs. So if you're new to nettle, use dried leaf or wear gloves while harvesting and cook fresh nettles thoroughly.
I like to group nettle's usefulness into 3 clear buckets: seasonal comfort, mineral and nutrient support, and topical hair and scalp care. Each one is practical and evidence-minded. We'll say may support, not cure.
Right. For seasonal comfort, people use a warm infusion, steam inhalations, or compresses. Some components in nettle may modulate mild inflammatory responses, which helps explain why folks feel less congested or more comfortable during high pollen times.
Totally. So in practice, it's not dramatic overnight relief for everyone, but a calming ritual that supports airway comfort. A warm cup during a rough pollen week can actually help you feel steadier.
On the mineral side, nettle contains iron, calcium, magnesium, and silica. Now, a small important caveat. Plant iron is non-heme, and absorption depends on factors like vitamin C and overall diet. So nettle can contribute to mineral nourishment, especially when paired with vitamin C-rich foods. I want to push back a little. Calling nettle iron-rich can sound like a medical fix. Can we be precise?
Absolutely. Good point. I mean it in the practical food-first sense. Nettle contributes non-heme iron and other minerals to the diet, and small pairing choices, like adding lemon, help your body access those minerals. It's support, not replacement for clinical care.
That's the right balance. Useful, but not a medical substitute. And if someone has diagnosed anemia, follow your clinician's plan rather than relying only on herbal cups.
On topical benefits, nettle has been used as a rinse for scalp health. Silica and other compounds can help hair feel stronger and look shinier by supporting the scalp environment. A cooled infusion as a final rinse after shampooing is an easy plant-first approach.
Curious. Right. So think of it as improving the scalp's environment rather than magically changing hair structure. That keeps expectations realistic.
Quick, practical ways to use nettle before we move to the recipe. Sip a cup after meals or in the evening. Cook blanched nettles like spinach in soups or sautés, and keep a jar of cooled infusion in the fridge as a hair rinse or compress.
Right. If you're buying dried nettle, whole leaves often taste fresher than powders and are easier to strain. Store in a cool, dark place to preserve aroma and quality.
Now, as promised, let's get into the step-by-step recipe so you can use nettle tonight. This is the Comforting Nettle Iron Infusion and Revitalizing Nettle Hair Rinse. 2 simple preparations from 1 batch of dried leaf. Ingredients for the infusion: 1 to 2 teaspoons dried nettle leaves per cup. 1 cup hot water. Optional, a slice of lemon or a teaspoon of honey. For the hair rinse: 2 to 3 teaspoons dried nettle leaves, 3 to 4 cups hot water, a large bowl, and a towel.
Equipment: a mug or small teapot, a fine strainer or muslin, a heat-safe bowl for the rinse, and a measuring spoon. If you're using tea bags, 1 standard bag roughly equals 1 teaspoon of dried leaf.
Step 1. Place 1 to 2 teaspoons of dried nettle in your mug or teapot. Step 2. Pour 1 cup of hot, just off the boil water over the leaves. Step 3. Cover and let it steep for 10 minutes for a full infusion.
Got it. 10 minutes gives the fuller body, right?
Exactly. Then strain, add a splash of lemon if you like to help the iron bioavailability, and sip slowly, ideally 30 to 60 minutes before bed, for an evening ritual that signals your body to calm down.
Quick note, if you're pairing for iron, vitamin C matters. A squeeze of lemon or a small piece of citrus alongside the cup helps absorption. Also, avoid taking large herbal cups right next to certain medications without checking with your clinician.
Now the hair rinse, step by step. Step 1. Place 2 to 3 teaspoons of dried nettle into a heat-safe bowl. Step 2. Pour 3 to 4 cups of hot water over the leaves and cover so it steeps into a strong infusion.
Wait, how long should it steep for the rinse to be effective, but not too strong?
Good question. Let it steep until it's warm to the touch for handling. Usually 15-20 minutes gives a nicely concentrated infusion. Then cool until comfortable.
All right. Step 3. After shampooing, pour the cooled infusion over your scalp and hair, massaging gently. Step 4. Sit with it for a few minutes, then either rinse lightly with cool water or let hair air dry for extra shine.
Use the rinse 1 to 2 times per week to support scalp balance and shine without overstimulating. And if you do a patch test first on a small skin area, you reduce the chance of irritation.
How often to drink? A mild infusion of nettle 1 to 2 cups per day is reasonable for many people. If you're on blood pressure meds, diuretics, or anticoagulants, check with your clinician before making it a daily ritual.
Let's cover sourcing and simple foraging safety. If you harvest fresh nettle, wear gloves, avoid roadsides, and dry in a well-ventilated spot out of direct sun. If you buy dried nettle, choose reputable suppliers and look for a fresh green aroma.
And a couple of gentle variations. Blend nettle with peppermint or lemon balm for a cooling sip. Or add nettle to soups and stews as a mineral-rich green. For hair, a little rosemary or chamomile alongside nettle can add shine or calm the scalp.
Before we close, quick recap. Nettle is a dried leaf-friendly herb that may support seasonal comfort, contribute mineral nourishment when used thoughtfully, and make a gentle, revitalizing hair rinse. Tonight's simple tasks: make 1 cup with a squeeze of lemon, notice how you feel, or brew a larger batch to cool for a hair rinse this week.
If you enjoyed this, follow Earthy Remedy for more simple, evidence-minded recipes and herbal tips. Share this episode with someone who could use a little plant-powered calm or a natural hair boost. Small practices add up.
Thank you for spending this time with us. Try the recipe, notice how your body responds, and make it a small, nourishing ritual in your week. Listen to your body. Trust the earth. Feel the difference. Make 1 cup. Notice how your body responds. Then try the rinse after your next shampoo.
Take good care. We'll see you in the next episode of Earthy Remedy.